A sorely needed reminder that there's still some good people in the world who are willing to go the extra mile for others, or in this case, the extra 100 miles. On Saturday, 19-year-old Corey Malenfant and her family were heading back to their home near Portland, Maine from New York City, where Corey had just had brain surgery only 4 days earlier. But they missed the connecting train in Boston. They went to a group of police officers to ask if they knew of a warm place where they could wait for the next train. But they ended up getting a lot more than directions. I'm joined now by Boston Police Captain Kelley McCormick, who stepped in. Captain, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
So what happened? They approached the two cops, and then all of a sudden you get involved. What happened?
My officers grabbed me, and they said, we have a lady here. Her daughter had brain surgery. They're stuck. And I said, okay, we'll bring them over. Let me talk to her. And as soon as she approached and I started to talk to her, I realized she looked exhausted. She looked incredibly stressed out.
The 19-year-old?
No, the mother.
The mother, okay.
So I was immediately concerned. What she didn't know about me is I've been through a lot of medical things with my family members on transplants, things like that. So I know what the long medical kind of road is, and the stresses, the ups, the downs. And I could just see she was emotionally exhausted. They were physically exhausted from traveling. And she said, you know, I need to get my daughter to a warm place, and we just need someone to put the bags. And we need to get to Portland, Maine, but the train won't be here for 3.5 hours.
So what did you do? Where'd you take him?
Well, I just kind of decoyed him a little and just kind of said, I'd made a decision, okay, I'm going to get him up to Portland. I checked with my Boston Garden people who have been fantastic with us. The guard security people said, absolutely, Kelley,
so you take him
do whatever you have to do.
Some unmarked van or something?
Yeah, our truck.
And you don't even tell him where the line. I saw the Facebook posting for the 19-year-old woman. He said it was a kidnapping and it was perfectly legal. Yeah. Would you have gone with you?
Yeah, I'd go.
You would have gone with you?
Because
so when did you decide? What was, I mean, you just...
When I saw her, and then when I met the father and the daughter sitting on the benches, I knew I wasn't going to put them in a room or, you know, have them sit in a cruiser for 2.5 hours. They needed to get where they were going, and, you know, it's part of her recovery, you know, to, you know, get somewhere good. So.
You know, I assumed, as wonderful as what you did is, and I assume no one at home disagrees, I assume the cops, sent a note, a press release to the Globe. My understanding is you didn't broadcast it at all, that there was a Facebook posting from Corey, the 19-year-old, and that's how the Globe picked up on this. So why you just did this because you cared about the family and you had...
I've been there, and a lot of us have been through situations like that, and it was just, it was a good time. I was glad I was in the right place at the right time, and I could help them.
When they figured out this was not a kidnapping, but it was totally legal, and you were taking them to Portland on your own volition, what did they first say to you?
Well, I had gone to gas the truck up, and then I just kind of drifted over and drove up the highway. And at that point, they told me they thought I was just taking them for a ride to keep them warm. It was about when I got to Linfield that the mother was sitting behind me, realized, she said, "Oh my God, you're bringing us to Portland?" And I said, "Oh, it's a kidnapping, but it's legal." And I just sort of burst into tears behind me.
How does it feel for you? I mean, I know
that was emotional, you know, because like I said, I've been in that seat. I've been there. You know, you're tired, you're worried. Everyone worries about their children. Everybody worries about their spouses. You know, and have to go through such a long thing and just have one more thing in the way of not getting to your house. So to me, it was just, let's just get them up there and get them on the next part of their journey.
We only have a minute left. Speaking of spouses, I heard you had a special Valentine's Day gift for your spouse. Is that true?
Well, 10 years ago, I was fortunate enough to give my wife a kidney right around Valentine's Day, and that was part of what, you know, helps drive this now is I've been there, I understand, and anyone who saw that situation would have understood. I just had the capability of being able to do it right then.
Does this make your life better too, in addition to helping people like this family? And does it make you a happier man, a happier cop?
It does. It's, you know, there's a sign in my office that says make a small difference. You know, doing that is what we do every day, and that's all my officers do that, and that's why we're there. So.
I think you made a big difference, Captain. It's a
you,
pleasure. Thank you so much.
It's
a pleasure to meet you.